Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. So Games Workshop did it again, and I must say I am really impressed with this happening. We obviously saw Ionis Cryptborn and all his rules come out yesterday entirely for free, and now we are seeing Bel Thanos, the first Thorn of Kurnoth, get the same treatment. I think this is really awesome, especially for big models that are locked behind particular box sets. For me, this is a great thing to see for these forces, and I hope to see this continue more and more when we get these big releases. Like I said the other day, I don't really mind when a new unit comes out that we only get, brief glimpses at it, but especially characters locked in these big boxes, when these, are going to be on themselves, they're going to be quite expensive characters to pick up. They're sort of major centerpieces. I think seeing the rules for them first is really nice, especially for those people who are maybe more inclined in a competitive sense to pick them up, or maybe have less money to spend and want to make more sort of known purchases before this model goes, out of stock after a launch because everyone buys it up. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. And so we're going to go through the rules. In this first page here, they do go through a couple of Belthanos' rules, but we'll talk about them in a sec because we have his full war scroll. We'll just look at the Army of Renown. But first of all, I want to say, as a fan of the Wood Elves, so much so that my little boy is actually called Orion, my son. That's how much of a fan I am. Anyone who has seen the old Orion, the sort of 2005 Wood Elf sculpt Orion, knows that this is a very, very likened pose. It is the same sort of horn-blowing pose. The cloak's in the same manner. The pose is very similar. The only thing really different about Belthanos here than the original Orion is his spear is down rather than up by his side. But other than that, really, really cool model. I absolutely love this. I love that we're seeing more of the bugs come into the Sylvaneth. It's a really cool theme and aspect to have come into them. And I like that this is a interesting looking bug. It's sort of like, a sort of mantis wasp thing. Really, really cool. And so we'll just scroll down because you can see some awesome shots from the community. We won't worry about Belthanos too much. But the Evergreen Hunt battle trait, this is sort of what we're interested in here. At the start of each battle round, after priority roll has been made, each player commanding an Evergreen Hunt army must determine the hunting harmony for that battle round. Starting with the player taking first turn, a hunting harmony is made up of a number of chords. You start with 0 chords and receive 1 chord for the following. If a friendly Belthanos is on the battlefield, for each friendly Evergreen Hunt unit wholly within the same large table quarter of the battlefield as the quarry, for each quarry destroyed during the battle. And so obviously they're going to sort of pick targets for their hunt of who they're sort of hunting, I would assume, and that's going to be what your quarry is. As the battle progresses, the song turns from discordant to mellifluous, granting a range of boons. So no effect for discordant. If you've got simple, add 1 to run and charge rolls. So this would just be in effect if you've got Belthanos on the table. And then you have tuneful, add 1 to hit and wound rolls for attacks that target an enemy unit whole within the same large quarter of the battlefield as the quarry. You can also melodic, add 1 to the attacks characteristic of melee weapons by friendly units while they're wholly within 3 inch of the quarry. And it should be said that these are cumulative as well. So if you have all 6 chords, you would get all the abilities. And then mellifluous as well, while the friendly units wholly within the same large table quarter as the quarry, they're eligible to fight in the combat phase within 6 inch. That is some pretty tasty stuff. So, if you are sort of playing 6 models, 6 units, 5 because you would just have Belthanos, and if you've destroyed a quarry, it lowers it by 1. For me, this would be targeting some easier quarries earlier on in the game. It'll be interesting sort of when you have to pick your quarry. So that's going to be the really interesting part here. At the onset of each battle, they pick an enemy unit to be the quarry. So at the onset, they pick the quarry. And so that's interesting, that they get to pick. Now, the army also can only be constructed from Arch Revenants, Kurnoth Hunters, Revenant Seekers, and Spike Rider Lancers. So a little bit there. But all in all, I think this is pretty cool. I like what I'm seeing here. So we'll look at Belthanos himself. We have 14 wounds, 3+ save, move 12, bravery 9, obviously with fly. Kurnoth Glaive is 4 attacks at 2s and 3s, rend 3, damage 3. And the razor-like mandibles and chitinous legs of his Carnelian Great Spite is 4 attacks at full brackets, I believe. 4s, 3s, rend 2, damage 4. Oh no, sorry, the attacks here is interesting. So the attacks is a little bit different. Kurnoth Glaive 2, Kurnoth the Warhorn. Oh, sorry, no, if they... do we have the profile here for the damage? Oh, okay, maybe that's just 4. Okay, that is getting confused here. So it is just 4 and 4. So 4 attacks and 4 damage. So it lowers attacks and damage as it gets injured. Interesting that they've gone with that. Now, Nature Etheric, in your hero phase, you can pick one terrain feature within 6 inch, and you can pick a mysterious terrain effect to have that terrain feature affected by. It replaces whatever it was, but it's also considered to be overgrown for your purposes. Mantle of Leaves, he has a 5-up ward. Friendly Sylvaneth units hold within range of this unit's Warhorn ability, so 18 inch to begin with, can attempt to charge even if they ran. And you can use a command ability here. The unit receives it must be a friendly Sylvaneth, and they can retreat and still charge as well. So a lot of sort of charging going to be going on. I mean, exactly what you expect. He's 360 points. He has the Free Spirits, Hero, Monster, Kurnoth Hunters, Bel Thanos. Really interesting set of rules. What do you all think of Bel Thanos, though? I think for me, he is, arguably the best model of the year. I really look forward to reading and knowing more about him. And that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment down below letting us know what you thought about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine little community here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. You can use one of our affiliate links to Gap Games or Element Games if you're in Australia or the United Kingdom, or you can subscribe to our YouTube members or Patreon, or grab some merch from our merch stores on Teespring or Ko-fi. All the best ways to help support the channel. As a special thanks to all our Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So thank you to our Patrons: Broken Chef, Andy C, Grimskull, Colorblind Magic, Benjamin Swallows, James Cater, Mark Harvey, Domir, Average Wargamer, JJ Austrian, Cure Dynamic, Andrew Bowen, Outer and Shot First, Kenny Lowell and Soren. And to our YouTube members: Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, John Castle, and Gargamel196. Thank you all once again for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Stay safe, everyone. Stay well. And most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.